You've seen the Netflix documentaries. You've heard the story. Belle Gibson, wellness guru, social media icon, and a complete fraud. But beneath the deception lies a much bigger issue, and one that affects all of us. Mental health in today's world is at a crisis point, and the pressure to be someone is pushing people to their breaking point. I'm here to talk about what that means for all of us. So join me as we deep dive into the truth behind the lie, the dangers of self-deception, and why real strength starts with being honest, with yourself and with the world. This isn't just Belle's story, it's a wake-up call. Don't miss it. Okay, I want you to lean in for a second because the story I'm about to tell you is one that's going to make you think. It's complicated, it's messy, and it's real. This is the story of Belle Gibson, an Australian wellness influencer who built her entire brand on a message of hope. She told the world that she had terminal brain cancer and that she cured it, not with chemotherapy and not with doctors, but with food, natural remedies, and positive thinking. She became a symbol of resilience, a voice for people looking for answers. She sold books. She had an app. People followed her, not just because they wanted to be healthier, but because they wanted to believe that if she could do it, so could they. But then the truth came out. Belle never had cancer, not even a little bit. And when the world found out, everything she had built came crashing down. The trust she had earned, gone. The people she inspired, betrayed. Now listen, I'm not here to defend what she did, lying to people who are suffering, taking advantage of their hope. That's flat out wrong, no question. But I also want to say this, we need to look deeper because this isn't just a story about deception. It's a story about the world we live in and about mental health. It's about the pressure we all feel to be something and about what happens when we don't deal with the pain that's inside of us. So let's ask the real question. Why would someone do this? Why would Belle Gibson go to such an extreme? Maybe it started small. Maybe she wanted attention. Maybe she wanted to feel special. Or maybe she felt like she was nothing until she created something that people would notice. And here's the part that should make every single one of us pause. Don't we all, in some way, tell small lies about ourselves? We say, I'm fine, when we're falling apart. We act like we have it all together when we're struggling to keep up. We curate our lives online so that people see what we want them to see, which isn't always the truth. Now, maybe we're not faking a terminal illness, but let's be real. We all perform to some degree. But here's the truth. You can't fake your way to fulfillment. You can't pretend your way into true peace. The strongest people in the world are not the ones who appear flawless. They're the ones who have the courage to be honest with themselves, with the people they love, and with the world. So what should Belle Gibson have done? Instead of spinning a lie, she should have said, I need help. I feel lost. I don't know how to stop. But let's turn that back on ourselves. How often do we say those words? How often do we swallow our pain because we're too afraid to be vulnerable? And how often do we put on a brave face because we think admitting we're struggling makes us weak? Let me tell you something right now. Asking for help is not a weakness. It's one of the strongest things that you can do. Weak people run away from their problems. They hide. They cover up their wounds with distractions and fake smiles and with pretending. But strong people face their pain head on. They say, this is where I am, and this is what I'm going to do to grow from it. And I want you to hear this. If you're struggling, you are not alone. You don't have to do this by yourself. There are people out there that care about you and people who will listen. But you have to be the one to step forward and say, I need help. A real powerful mindset is not about pretending life is perfect. It's about growth. It's about looking at your reflection and saying, I am not my past. I am not my mistakes, and I'm not what I've been through. I'm becoming something more. Because listen, every single one of us has a choice. You can let your past define you, or you can let your past teach you. You can let your struggles make you bitter, or you can let your struggles make you stronger. The difference, it's in the way you choose to think, the way you choose to act, and the way you choose to move forward. If you've messed up, own it, learn from it, grow from it. But never believe the lie that says you are stuck where you are, because you're not. The bottom line is, be honest, be strong, and be real. So what do we take from Belle Gibson's story? We learn that mental health is not optional, it's essential. that seeking help is not a weakness, it's the definition of strength, and that true confidence, true success, true fulfillment, it doesn't come from faking perfection. It comes from having the courage to be real. And let me be clear, I'm not excusing what Belle Gibson did. She made the wrong choice, absolutely, unequivocally the wrong choice. But instead of just condemning, we should be asking, how do we make sure this doesn't happen again? How do we create a world where people don't feel like they have to lie to be valued? How do we create a world where people know they are already worthy just as they are? You don't have to be perfect to be powerful. You don't have to have it all figured out just to make an impact. You just have to be willing to step forward and to be honest and to start. So let today be that day for you. Go out there and be real, be honest, be strong, and never ever believe a lie that says you're anything less than capable of becoming everything you were meant to be. I want to be absolutely clear here. I am certainly not excusing or condoning what Belle Gibson did. Deceiving people, especially those who are sick and searching for hope, is wrong. There's no justification for it. But if we stop at just calling her a fraud and move on, we miss the bigger picture. Because this isn't just about one person's lie. It's about the world we live in today. It's about the mental health crisis that's affecting millions of people, often silently. We're living in a time where people feel so much pressure to be someone, to be seen or to be enough and to fit in, that they sometimes go to extreme, even destructive lengths just to feel worthy. And that is a conversation we need to have. Instead of just pointing fingers, we should be asking, how do we help? How do we make mental health care more accessible? How do we create a world where the people don't feel like they have to fake their way into belonging? Because if we truly want to build a stronger, healthier community, we need to start paying attention to the silent battles that people are fighting. Healing begins when we acknowledge that mental well-being is just as important as physical health, and it's time that we start treating it that way. If you've seen my past videos, you know that I feel mindset is the pathway to everything. The way we think shapes the way we live. My name's Brandon Bianco, and I'm here to help you unlock your potential, to crush your doubts, and to step into the unstoppable version of you. If this message hits home, make sure you like and subscribe or follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube at The Real Brandon Bianco. Let's level up together. DM me on Instagram if you'd like to chat. Your next breakthrough can start right now.